in Dhyana Mudra. Sit with your back straight, hands in Dhyana Mudra. We'll start with the prayer. So inhale, take both the arms over your head, join at the top. Exhale, bring to center of the heart. Close your eyes, inhale again. Together. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhana mrityurmukshiyamamridat. Together. Inhale, take the hand straight up. Exhale, bring it down. Like that. Remember, try to learn all the prayers. Now we'll be doing, so next month the practices we are going to explain today. We will start from the 1st of July. So I have already sent you the sequence for all the batches. So you have to go through the sequence, and any doubts you should ask during this class on all Saturday classes. We'll be doing starting with the loosening practices. So first I have to lie down in Shavasana position. After lying down, keep both the legs together, hands close to your body. Now inhale, stretch your toes forward. Exhale, pull it backward. Inhale, front. Exhale, back. Inhale, front. All these are loosening practices. Exhale, back. Inhale, front. Exhale, back. One more. Inhale, front. Exhale, back. Now rotate your feet all the directions. 1, feet rotation. 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now bend both the legs. Keep it near the hip joint. Now inhale, straighten your left leg up. Exhale, bend it. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, left. Exhale, bend. Inhale, right. Exhale, bend. 3 times. Inhale, left. Exhale, bend. Inhale, right. And exhale, bend. Both together. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. Inhale, 2. Exhale, bend. Inhale, 3. Exhale, bend. Inhale, 4. Look at the toe. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, 5. Exhale, bend. Now inhaling, spread the arms sideways. Shoulder level. Exhale, tilt your knees to the left. Look at the right hand. Inhale, bring back, look up. Exhale, right, look left. Inhale, up, look up. Exhale, left. Inhale, up. Exhale, right. Inhale, up. Exhale, left. Inhale, up. Exhale, right. And inhale, up. Exhale to Shavasana. Now keep your hands close to your body, legs close to each other. Inhale, take the arms over your head. Exhale, keep the legs together. Now one leg raising. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, down. Inhale, right. Exhale, down. Inhale, left. Exhale, down. Inhale, right. Exhale, down. Other leg will not move. Inhale, left. Exhale, down. Look at the other leg. Inhale, right. It did not. Exhale, down. Now both together. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, 2. Exhale, down. Inhale, 3. Exhale, down. Inhale, 4. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, 5. Stay there. Normal breathing. 1, 2. Look at the toe. 3, 4. It is almost like an L shape. 5. Keep the legs together. 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale, bring down. Along with the breath. Inhale in this position. Exhale, turn to the ground. After lying down, keep both the hands by the chest. Now inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, go down. Inhale, 2. Whatever possible. Exhale, down. Inhale, 3. Exhale, down. Gradually improve. Inhale, 4. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, 5. Stay there. Arch your back. Then exhale, down. Now inhale, come to cat. Exhale, arrange your legs and hands. So the distances will be forearm. So when you keep the hand down, it will be forearm. Standing toes are better. Starting with the Marjariyasana level 2. Inhale, stretch the left arm, right leg. Exhale, elbow on the knee. 2. 3. 4. 5. Stay there. One breathing normally. Then exhale, elbow on the knee. Inhale to cat. Exhale, breath. Other side. 1. Exhale. 2. Elbow on the knee. 3. Fold. 4. One more. 5. Breathe there. Exhale, elbow on the knee. Inhale to cat. Exhale in Vajrasana. I'll face you now. So half the loosening practice is over. Now bring your hands on the eyes. Open your eyes. Rotate your eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release hands, Dhyana Mudra. Inhale, look nose. Exhale, wall. Inhale, nose. Wall. Inhale, nose. Wall. Nose. Wall. One more. Nose. Stay there. Breathe normally. Normal breathing, looking at the nose. Just 5 numbers. Exhale, look at the wall. They are also normal breathing. 1 point. Ekagra drishti. Release your drishti. Inhale, bring the arms in front, parallel. Fist close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open. Palm drop, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Fist close, wrist rotate. 1, 2, 3, all around. 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands on shoulder. Straighten forward. Fold, straight. Fold, straight. Fold, straight. Fold, straight. One more. Fold. Fold your arms. Touch your elbow. Rotate. 1. Full circles. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm taking full 1 breath in 1 rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 5. Interlock your fingers. Inhale, stretch your arms. Stay there, breathe. Normal breathing. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, sit to one side. Exhale, unlock the legs. Hands at the back, shake your legs. Little time. Next loosening practice. Neck rotation. Exhale, put your chin on chest. Now start rotating neck. 1, 2, 3. Eyes are closed. 4. Trying to reach all the corners. 5. Opposite side. 1, 2. So 1 breath in 1 rotation. 3. Take it all edges. 4. 1 more. 5. That's enough. Keep the legs together. Last loosening practice for forward bending. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, bend forward. Try to touch the toes. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale 3. Exhale down. Inhale 4. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale 5. Exhale down. Stay here, breathe for some time. 1, 2, 3. Normal breath is fine. 4. Last moment, just put your head down. 5. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down. All the loosening practice is completed. We're going to Surya Namaskara. Any doubts till now? Okay, we're going to Surya Namaskara. This month it is Shivananda Surya Namaskara. Mute your mic. Mute your mic if you want. If you're not speaking close, then please don't unmute. Don't talk unnecessarily. Only if it is required, you talk. Otherwise, don't unmute your mic and talk. Samastiti. This month Shivananda style. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, heart center. Close your eyes. Inhale again. Together. Hiranmayena patrena satyasyapi hitam mukham tattvam bhushanna pavrano satya dharmaya drishtaye. Inhale, take the hand straight up. Exhale to Samastiti. So this Shivananda style will start from hands down. It doesn't start from this one, Namaskara. It starts from the hands down. You will not be able to see my hand when I take the hand up. It's okay. You can see everything else. So starting from Samastiti, looking at the nose. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, Namaskara Mudra. That is Ekam. Do inhale, bend back. 3, exhale, bend down. Chatwari, inhale, left leg back. Pancha, hold your breath, right leg back. Shat, exhale, go down. Knee, chin, chest. Sapta, inhale, lift your chest. Ashta, exhale, lift your back. Nava, inhale, left leg front. Dasha, exhale, right leg. Ekadasha, inhale, bend back. Dvadasha, exhale. Om Mitraya Namaha. Samastiti, inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Second round. Inhale, Namaskara Mudra. And exhale. Do inhale, bend back. 3, exhale, down. Chatwar, inhale, right leg. Pancha, no breathing, other leg. Shat, exhale. Sapta, inhale. Ashta, exhale. Nava, inhale, right leg. Dasha exhale left. Ekadasha inhale, bend back. Dvadasha exhale. Om Ravaye Namaha. Samasthiti हो गया. Third round. नमस्कार मुद्रा एकम. Dvi inhale. Trini exhale. Chatvari inhale, left leg. Panchano breathing. Shat exhale. Sapta inhale. Ashta exhale. Nava inhale, left leg. Dasha exhale, right. Ekadasha inhale. Dvadasha exhale. Om Suryaya Namaha. Samasthiti. For last round. Ekam. Dvi. Trini. Chatvari right. Pancha holding. Shat exhale. Sapta inhale. Ashta exhale. Nava inhale right. Dasha exhale. Ekadasha inhale. Dvadasha exhale. Om Bhanave Namaha. Samasthiti. Inhale and exhale. So I showed 4 rounds. So 2 left, 2 right. This is the first 10 rounds will be like this. The last 2 rounds will be Ashtanga A Surya Namaskar. Observe the practice. After that, you can ask questions regarding whatever we did. Samasthiti. Ashtanga A Surya Namaskara, 2 rounds. Look at your nose first. Ekam inhale, arms up sideways. Look down. Dvi exhale, bend down. Trini inhale, head up. Chatvari, step back, exhale, go down. Pancha inhale, chest up. Shat exhale, hips up. Stay here for 5 breaths. One breath. Two breath. Three. Four. Five. Inhale, step forward. Sapta. Ashta exhale, head on the knee. Now inhale, stand up, hands up. Look at your thumb. Samasthiti exhale. So this we will be doing 2 rounds. So the first 10 rounds will be Ashtanga and the last 2 rounds will be Ashtanga, A Surya Namaskar. And comes back to Samasthiti. Any doubts till now? Anybody, any doubts? Please ask now.
Sir, Usha here.
Yeah.
So basically, when we do the Ashtanga Namaskara in the first Surya Namaskara you did, then your knees are on the floor, they don't lift in the air.
Either of that is, I showed it like that because most of the people cannot do the Chaturanga. So either of that, you can do Chaturanga Dandasana or Ashtanga Namaskara, whichever you wish you can do. Clear?
Sir, I did not understand, I couldn't hear properly.
So you can do either Ashtanga Namaskar or Chaturanga Dandasana, whichever you want to do, it is okay.
So if you lift your knee in the air, it is more effective?
Yeah. Chaturanga Dandasana is more effective. So when you are here, so imagine you are in this straight line position, right?
Right.
It's called Adho Mukha Dandasana. From here, either of the two, you can either do a Chaturanga, this one. So everything is in the air.
Okay.
Or you can put knee, chest, chin.
Okay.
Knee, chin, chest down.
Okay, sir.
Either of this is fine.
And if everything is in the air, then that is more effective.
Yeah. It's almost double the effect of the normal Surya Namaskara. Because it needs a lot of strength to maintain that. From here to go down, you need a lot of strength. You are in this position, going down to Chaturanga needs a lot of strength. Now you're resisting the weight and going down.
Yeah.
Then to come up without touching the floor, it's more difficult.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
So you can do either of the two, either Ashtanga or Chaturanga. Both are fine.
Sir, and in the next one, in the Bhujangasana that you do, if I don't have to touch my knees on the floor, then my feet are not sleeping, then they are standing only. So which is better?
So you can do with standing toes initially, but gradually try to make it sleeping toes.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Initially, don't worry about it. After a few months, try to make it sleeping toes fully. So in that position, you are supposed to sleep the toe. In Chaturanga, you are in Chaturanga here. Here, you are supposed to sleep the toe here and inhale, come up. So it is forward. You see my chest. Chest has come front, no? It's not like this.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
Oh.
You have to put your body forward in Urdhva Mukha. Like that.
Okay. Okay.
Move your body like a snake. How it comes forward, no? How the snake lifts its body forward.
Okay.
So pull and lift. That is the technique to be used for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana.
Okay, sir.
Any other doubts? You have to clarify. If you have doubts in mind, you should ask. Without you asking, I cannot understand. But it should be meaningful questions, better. Otherwise, we will waste a lot of time. Then we have completed Shivananda and Ashtanga. We are going to start with the asana. Udhyana, Agnisara, no difference. Are there any newcomers today? Udhyana will be like, see the distance between the legs. And shoulder close to the ears, not like this. Don't do Udhyana, Agnisara with your neck up, not required. Keep the weight of the body on the arm. Don't push the hand, lift shoulder. Udhyana, Agnisara. Keep the shoulder close to the ears. So here you have to inhale first. Inhale, pull the mouth. Pull the stomach. So you have to hold it for about 12 to 15 seconds. That is the first one. The other one, you can see the abdominal flapping. And second round, you have to straighten the knee. But don't round your back like this. Some people are doing like this. Don't do all this. No, you have to make it straight. Your knee will bend, but the back will be straight. The knee will bend, see the back is straight. Knee bend and don't round your back. Keep it straight back. Always the back should be straight when you're doing this. Some people are still rounding. Now, Agnisara with inhale, exhale. Start pumping. Like that. Then normal breathing. So these are the two things. One is Uddiyana, one is Agnisara. Any doubts on this? Otherwise, we'll go to asana practices.
Sir, when you bend and put your weight, then you're not supposed to put your weight on your knees, but you're supposed to put your weight on your shoulders.
No, the weight will be directly landing on the leg. It's not like, see the difference. Now backbone is taking the weight. Your hand is free. Hand is not taking the load. Saw this? Because my back is taking the weight. Whereas when you do Uddiyana Agnisara, put your weight on the hand. If I slip, I'll fall.
Okay.
The weight is on the hand, not on spine is not taking the load. Spine is free. That's why the shoulder has come close to the ears. So that because your arm became straight and it's taking the weight of the body. If I remove the hand, I will fall.
Okay.
Got it? Now the wrong practice is this.
Okay.
Now the weight is taken. So even if I remove the hand, weight is on the back. Hand is free. No load. I'm stretching the back. No. Keep the back free. Shuffle your shoulder and free the spinal column. Saw that? Difference between the two.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So these things people have to study. You have to study without attending classes. So there is a lot of importance for science here. So please study. I like people inquisitive about these important things. Yeah. Now coming to Virabhadrasana. Now this month the first standing asana will be Virabhadrasana. So I have to start from the left edge of the mat. Samasthiti. Samasthiti like this. See the toes, heels, hands, everything. Especially there are some children attending the class. Children they will remain like this. Like this. No effort only. Loose. Steady. You have kept in school you do attention, right? Attention. That is called samasthiti. You have to be disciplined when you practice yoga. Now, ekam inhale, right leg out. 4 feet. 4 feet is required. If you keep 2 feet, 3 feet, no use. Now, do exhale, turn your right foot, look to the right. Exhalation. Inhale, open the arms front and back. And Chatwari exhale, bend the knee. So in case the distance is not appropriate, try to spread a little. And bring the right thigh perpendicular to the floor. Like that. The arms parallel and the thigh perpendicular. So this angle will be 90 degrees. Who is that? Mute your phone.
Close your eyes. ఇటు కూర్చుంటావా అట్లే కూర్చుంటావా
Please don't unmute your phone unless you're talking on the class. So, like this. This is Virabhadrasana 2. So if you don't get the distance, it is wrong. I'll show you the wrong method. Now some people will open only this much. Over. This is almost 2 to 2.5 feet. That's all. Now they will turn. Then inhale open. Now how will Virabhadrasana come? Like this, huh? Like this. Virabhadrasana will not come because the distance is wrong. So these are very important things. When you keep the leg, you have to keep it at 4 feet, depending on your height. Now in this, I cannot make this like 90 degree. No chance only. Like this. This is wrong because the distance is wrong. So ekam inhale, 4 feet. 3 exhale. 3 inhale open. Chatwari exhale bend. Then 3 breaths. After 3 breaths, inhale, straighten the leg. Pancha. Exhale, turn. Inhale, turn to the other. And exhale, bend. You saw this thigh. how firm it is. So this angle you saw. Virabhadrasana is done like that. Chest high, body straight, arm straight. This is the Virabhadrasana. You saw that angle. So all this I can measure with my mind. How is the angle? This leg will not bend. Leg strong, knee strong, thigh strong, everything strong, and spread the arms. So the distance very critical. Now inhale straight. Exhale turn. Inhale, catch your waist. If you want, walk a little distance inside, and exhale, walk. Return to Samasthiti. One asana over. Second asana, third asana. 4 asanas are there in the standing this one. After that, we will discuss. So first asana over. Now, second asana is Prasarita Pada Uttanasana. Samasthiti. Ekam inhale, right leg out. This time, little longer. Approximately 5. 3 exhale, hands down. Hands only down. Okay. 3 inhale, head up. Chatwari exhale, head down. Asana is over. Stay there. One breath. Two. Three. We'll take 3 to 5 breaths in the asana. Then Pancha inhale, head up. Only head. Shat exhale, walk the legs towards the hands. Sapta inhale, stand up, catch your waist. Ashta exhale, jump to front. So how many steps were there? Ekam, Dvi. I'll show it once again. Ekam inhale, Dvi exhale. 3 inhale, head up. Chatwari exhale. After 3 breaths or 5 breaths, Pancha inhale, Shat exhale. Sapta inhale, stand up. Ashta exhale. Namaste. So that was Virabhadrasana, Prasarita Pada Uttanasana. Third asana of the day. Virabhadrasana level 3.
Shiv sir, if you can tell what is the usual mistake in this asana, the second one.
Usual mistakes in this asana I will tell you. One is short distance. ये 3 feet हो गया. यहाँ से कुछ जाएगा ही नहीं. ये आ गया 3. अभी कहाँ से सर पहुँचेगा? कुछ नहीं पहुँचेगा. ये तो यही लेवल पे. So your head will not go down because the distance is not correct. It should be 5 feet. So that inhale has to go away 5 feet. Then exhalation, try to keep your hands close to the leg. Don't keep front like this. Keep it close to the legs. Now, mistakes I will tell you. 2 major mistakes. One is in the hurry to keep the head down, they will keep like this. So what is happening? The body is resting on the head and leaning forward. In this asana, you should not lean. In the asana, the head has to come between the leg, not in front. See?
So the hand also should come within the legs then.
Hand also will come somewhere between the leg only. And the head will come here. One mistake is that leaning forward, this one. Major mistake. What will happen? Spondylosis, where the neck will break, that's all. So whatever you can do, stay here and bend. So target is here, not there. So bring it closer here. It's okay, I'm able to stay here only, no problem. So don't lean, that's the first one. Second is major children. They will bend the knee like this. This is the second mistake. Right? Mostly children do that. So adults should not do that. So they will not spread, they will do this much. Then they cannot reach, now they will bend like this. All these common mistakes. So one is offset of the head and leg. Second is no bending the knee. No bending the knee, no leaning forward. Distance 5 feet. These are 3 important points. Now, third asana, Virabhadrasana level 3. I hope I have space for that. Okay, I think I can show it this way. Okay, come to Samasthiti. Now first I have to take an inhalation. Now Ekam exhale, take your left leg front. About 2 feet, catch the waist. That's the first step. Now Dvi inhale, lift the hands. And the right heel will go up. Now 3D exhale, bend forward and lift the leg. Now balance here. Looking at one point. I looked at the screen, so I fell down. So I was checking whether you can see me. So I looked at the screen, I fell down. It's quite normal, don't worry. So from here, Ekam inhale. Sorry, first in the position you have to inhale. Ekam exhale. Dvi inhale, hands up, back heel up. Then 3 exhale. Lift the leg and balance here. One. Two, one more breath. Three. Chatwari, stand up, hands up. Pancha exhale, hands down. Shat inhale, walk forward, hands down. Now other side. Ekam exhale, take the left leg back, catch your waist. Dvi inhale, lift your hands and the back heel up. And 3 exhale. Balance there. One more breath. Three. Chatwari inhale, stand. Pancha exhale, hands down. Shat inhale, walk forward, hands down. And exhale, walk back. So that was called Virabhadrasana level 3. That is the balancing asana of this month. Now, some of the common mistakes are like the interlocking thumbs. So you should not interlock the thumbs in this asana. The thumb should be free, straight. Don't lock your thumbs. If you do that, your shoulder strength will not come. So that's one. The other thing is, try to lift the leg. The back, it should not remain like this. They're not putting effort. So you have to put effort to lift the leg. That lift is important. And the body has to come down, like that. You have to make a straight line with the arm, body and the leg. You saw that? So that balance has to come with strong leg, lifting the leg. And body should be parallel. So arm, body and the leg has to come in one line. Like that you have to balance. The body and arm and leg. Okay, so that's the asana, Virabhadrasana. So that is 1, 2, third one. Last asana in standing, Utkatasana. That is chair pose. So Samasthiti. Ekam inhale, hands up. Dvi exhale, chair. Like that. You saw the angle, looking at your thumbs. One. Two. Three. 3 inhale, stand up. Chatwari exhale, hands down. That's it. So that was the last asana.
Shiv sir, in this Utkatasana, above the knee it starts hurting. Little above the knee on the upper thigh.
The Utkatasana is one asana which strengthens your legs, back, stomach and all. So it will start tightening the quadriceps muscles, because when you're bending like this, you're taking the weight, right?
Right.
You see, the thigh will become parallel. So it will start tightening the kneecap, all these regions. So try to, so it little, if it's paining inside the knee, little you can reduce the angle, like this much. Stay this much. Or a little this much.
No, not inside, but above the kneecap, much above on the thigh. Yes, 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 yes.
That's okay. Because that's an indication that your thigh muscles are tightening.
Okay.
So try to keep the knees together. You saw that? Keep the knees together, squeeze the knees. Don't keep it separate. And thigh squeeze. Keep it tight, firm. Okay? That is Utkatasana. So I did 4 asanas. Virabhadrasana 2, Prasarit Padottanasana A, Virabhadrasana 3, Utkatasana. Any doubts other than those which were asked? No doubts. Please mute. Somebody is on. Who's that? Okay. Now, all the standing over. Now coming to sitting asana. Janu Shirshasana, Parivarta Janu Shirshasana. So sitting asana, it's always good to keep a cloth over the rubber. What happens? One thing is that whatever sweat has fallen on the mat, they will get absorbed by the cloth mat. Other thing is, there will be oil on the hair, oil on your body somewhere, so that oil will not come on the mat. So otherwise the mat will become dirty, right? So keep a cloth. Cloth can be washed, whereas the other one cannot be washed. But during standing asanas, better don't use a cloth above the rubber, because the grip will not come. This cloth will slip, your leg will slip. Okay. Now, next is Janu Shirshasana. Samasthiti. Now see the Samasthiti, how the chest came up. Body became straight. See, chest comes up, look at the back. Back becomes straight. People do like this. See the differences. Now, these are the main quality aspects of practice. When you sit upright, the chest will come, the body will come, the shoulders will open, chin will be straight, leg will be straight, toes will be pointed. Everything will become straight and strong. So even just like sitting like this itself needs a little energy. Not like this, keeping like this and all. Yeah? Samasthiti. Now first I have to take an inhalation for Janu Shirshasana. Ekam exhale, left leg forward. Slipping the leg. So last month it was on the thigh. Remember, it was like this. This month it is in the groin. So this is Janu Shirshasana. So first exhale, ekam, fold the leg. Do inhale, lift your hands. Back straight. Trini exhale. Try to catch wherever you can. If possible, see, I normally catch the heel. Some of you cannot reach there. Some of you may be here. No problem. Some of you may be toe. Maybe heel, whichever you can do. Once you reach that position, the first job on the first exhale is for catching wherever you can catch. Now I have to inhale looking at the toe. See the inhale, the length of that inhale. Now my entire house can hear this sound because the breath is like that. I have trained my breath to work like that. I have mastered it. May not be perfect, but I am aware how to do, how not to do, what not to do. Then second inhale starting. Numbered and recorded. See, sharply looking at the toe. Third inhale starting. I have filled the bottom of the lungs. Then exhale. I went 1 more inch. Fourth inhale. Still inhaling. Exhale. 4. Last one. Inhale. See, I caught the wrist there. Then exhale. Now I'm aware my exhale is over. Now I have to inhale and reach the standing position, lifting the hands. So I have to plan how long will be my inhale. I know how much is the movement. Do now inhale and come up. Exactly finish the inhalation. Then exhale. See, along with the breath, I brought the hand. Some people do like this. Observe. Movement is over, breath is pending. Got it? See the difference how it makes. Then inhale, take the left leg forward. Inhale is over. Exhale. Watch it. Inhale. Lining up. And exhale. Then same 3 breaths. You can see my stomach, I am using the right side of the right lobe of the lungs to make my breath, because the left chest is obstructed. The left side of the stomach is obstructed. So the right lung, the right lower lobe of the lungs, I utilize this part of the lungs to breathe very long and well. See how it works. Where the mind is going, I'm using the mind to breathe with my right lungs. See the length of the breath. Looking at the toe. Deep and full. See, I can observe, I can feel the stomach moving inside here. So I have completed 5 breaths. Now inhale, come up. Now the toe will become active. See the change. When I was here, the toe was towards me, dorsiflexion. When I come up, lift the arms, the toe goes forward. See the change in the action. See the lining up. Then exhale. And inhale. Then exhale, other leg. Parivarta Janu Shirshasana. Now this is a tricky one. So that was an exhalation. I hope there is time. Then inhale, take the hands up. Now see the rotation of the body. So your hands are like this. Now exhale, rotate the body. So the hand will change. See how the rotation happens. Rotate and catch. It's an exhalation. The exhale is over. Now inhale and rotate your chest towards the sky. That is Parivarta Janu Shirshasana. Then exhale. One. Two. Three. Exhale, pancha. Shat, inhale. Sapta, exhale. Ashta, inhale. Ekam, exhale. So it's almost 120 degrees. See, this is 90 degree. Where the knee has gone, it has gone back. And the heel has come up. The heel of the folded leg comes up towards the groin. It's not like this. This is in Janu Shirshasana, it is like this. It will be almost in 90 degree. But when it comes to Parivarta Janu Shirshasana, you take the leg back. So the angle will become almost 120 degree. This and this, the angle becomes almost 120 degree. And the heel will come up. The knee will slightly rotate. Now, see the twist I make. All with experience only I have made it. Dvi. Inhale, lift your hands. Now, see the rotation. Trini, exhale. Catch. And Chatwari, inhale. That is Jana Shirsha Parivarta. Now start exhaling. Inhale. 1. Look at my stomach. 2. Sound of breath. Maximum rotate. 3. Exhale and twist. Pancha. Shut inhale. So the rotation. Sapta exhale. Ashta inhale. Jana Shirsha Parivarta Jana Shirsha over. 2 more asanas are there. Supta Vajrasana. Ekam inhale, fold your legs. After sitting asana, we will discuss. 2 exhale, sit in Vajrasana. Take 2 breaths here. One. 2. Again inhale. Now exhale, lie back. Only elbow down. Okay? That is 3. Now take an inhale here. Then exhale, head down. If possible, head or shoulder. Now seniors must take the arms over your head. That is called Supta Vajrasana. And stay there. You can see Supta Vajrasana. Exhale. One. Observe the rise and fall of the body. 2. You have to squeeze the knees in the asana. 3. Now exhale, hands down. Pancha. Shut, inhale, sit up in Vajrasana. Now exhale, release the hands. Or else that is shut. Sapta, inhale, sit to the other side. Ashta, exhale, release the legs. So that is called Supta Vajrasana. So that's a back bending. It is a complementary to forward bending Jana Shirshasana. So you completed Supta Vajrasana. Then Bharadwajasana, twisting asana of the month, Bharadwajasana, Samasthiti. Any doubts you can ask after the next asana. Ekam inhale, fold both the legs to one side. So when I keep this shin bone will be resting on the other toe, other feet. You can see the other feet is facing that side. So this shin bone will rest, and so this will make plus sign. So the right toe is pointed backward, the left toe is pointed sideways. So this shin bone will rest on the other feet, and the knee edge of the knee, the knee caps will be parallel to the mat. So this is Ekam. So from here, Samasthiti, Ekam, and Dvi, exhale, twist to the left, like that. So your left arm will be at the back, and the right arm will go below the left knee, like that. Tuck it below the knee, like that. Then finish 5 breaths there. So you'll get a twist and a catch on the side of the waist. After finishing 3 breaths, 3 inhale, look forward, release the hands. Chatwari exhale, release the legs. Ekam inhale, other side. And Dvi exhale. You saw that. So the chest has to bulge, just come like a pigeon. The hand will go below the knee, tuck it below the knee, and you have to use that movement. See the movement, this is a loose position. Now I move. So the right arm is used to push and pull the chest out, and this hand will stop the knee from coming this side. So I use 2 opposite forces. This is pushing, this is pulling. So this arm will pull me backwards, and this arm will stop. So you can see the body will arch and twist. So it's a bulging asana. You have to bulge your chest and you'll get a catch on this side. So this is stretching and this is contracting. Like that. Then 3 inhale, look forward. See, I wait because the inhale is not over. That is the awareness. So some people not do. Inhale ho gaya, exhale ho gaya. So what is you're missing? What are you missing? Breath is lost. The main element of Hatha Yoga is lost. There is no deep breath only. Deep breath doesn't mean like this. That is not deep breath. That may be deep, but there is no time for the lungs to absorb that oxygen. So deep breath has to be slow and steady. You saw that breath. So it slowly filled up, like water filling a tank. So your arm movements also will be like that. So this awareness I want all of you to bring. I can see people know they're not listening only. Some people looking here and there. No interest. They want only exercise. Kasrat. After 10 years, करना चाहिए था पहले. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. हो गया 3 आसन. चौथा आसन है अर्धनावासन. समस्थिति. Last month we did Purna Navasan. This month Ardhanavasan. Ekam inhale, both the legs 30 degrees. Lean a little back. And we exhale, interlock your hands. So here, the leg and the head will be one level. One. Two. Three. 3 inhale, hands down. Chatwari, exhale, sit. And then relax. Legs down. Chatwari is legs down. Okay. So that was Ardhanavasana. What is the difference between the last month? Last month the leg was this much. It was above the head level and the arms were parallel. But this month it's only this much. Low boat. Last month it was a high V shape. This month low V shape, only this much. It works on 2 different parts of your abdomen. One is on the top, one is at the bottom. The lower abdomen works in one asana, other one upper abdomen.
Sir, in this one,
Yeah.
I rest at least 2-3 knuckles before the tailbone. Is it okay?
No, tail, no. It will not the lower back. Don't do like this.
Okay.
So it will be on the lower buttock muscle only, just below
No,
the
but it is the
hand.
no, not the hand, sir. Bone which is touching on the ground. That is at least means it is lower vertebra.
Yeah, so it's this much only. See, you can see the hand.
Okay.
So don't do like this. Don't rest
Right.
lower back of the body. It will be
Right.
just above the tailbone.
Above the tailbone, right?
Above the tailbone.
There, yeah. Okay.
Any other doubts? We have finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 asanas in sitting. Jana Shirshasana, Parivarta Jana Shirshasana, Supta Vajrasana, Bharadwajasana, Ardhanavasana.
So-
Otherwise, inversion straight away.
Sir, in that asana where we have to do 120 degrees leg and you're twisting, in that asana, sir, my right hand is not able to reach the left leg.
This one, Bharadwajasana, this one.
No, the one before that.
Parivartana Janusirasana.
This one, like this.
This one, yes, sir.
Where is it reaching? It's here only.
Left hand can reach the left toe, but the right hand cannot reach.
So you just keep it like this. This is fine. You can touch like this and look up.
Okay.
You can keep it behind the. So slowly
Yeah, and
to the target.
sir, and like your left elbow is reaching the ground,
Yeah.
my hand is completely stretched and I can just touch the toe.
Like this.
Yeah.
This much only, right?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. So that will take time, slowly, because the forward bending is not proper. I mean, it takes your spine is stiff. Maybe it's like this. And so
Yeah.
once you are able to reach forward, then only the lock comes. So here the elbow has to lock on the inner edge of the thigh, of the knee, so that you can
Okay.
twist like this. See, I'm using this pressure to twist the body upwards. You saw that?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm using this effort. So either at least if it reaches that much, you'll be able to twist properly. Otherwise, keep like that and twist whatever you can do like this. Right?
Okay.
Open it up.
So
Seniors,
in,
seniors,
in
how they have to do, you saw. See, I brought my shoulder here. I shot the shoulder. See, I put the shoulder to lock it. Now, shoulder is more stronger than the elbow. So I get good, see, I can nicely, I get the twist because my shoulder is resting there. You got that? You got that?
Hmm.
So that has, so for that, your Janu Shirsha should be good.
Okay.
That, so I keep telling, no, chin forward, body forward. People, they are doing like this. They are going down like this. No, so this way. You have to go front, flatten the back, flatten your back. Keep the chest in front, chin forward, not the head.
Okay.
Don't do this. This is the last moment. This one I want. When you do that, all the other things will come out slowly.
so,
Sir,
but
and your right knee, right heel is facing up. My right knee is facing towards the left thigh.
That is because you are not taking the knee back. Your knee will be like this.
Okay.
so that is for Janu Sirasana, right?
For Janu Shirshasana. The Janu Shirshasana, this is fine. But when you go to the next one, when you fold it, it has to be almost 120 degree. And so you have to see the body has come forward. This knee has twisted. The knee cap will be almost facing the ground like that. It will roll and the heel will come forward. Then only so this will dig into your urinary area. That's it. That area.
Sir, in this
Yeah.
Sir, in the Parivarta Jana Shirshasana, the part near the neck, like it feels like some pain is there.
Pain, huh? Back
Yes,
up.
sir.
That should go away. So you're young boy, small boy, right? So all that will go away. Don't worry. So
Okay, sir.
don't worry. Nothing will happen to your neck and all. Okay.
Sir, in the Supta Vajrasana, is there any chance to hurt the ankles?
So see, one thing is that if you find it too tough, the Supta Vajrasana, you do like this. If you find it very tough, because the ankle will pain if there is no flexibility. So just in this position, okay. If you want, you can slightly do like arch like this, but just lying down is also fine, like this. But ideally, you are supposed to do in Vajrasana. Supta Vajrasana means Vajrasana sleeping. So what you can do, another technique is that if you keep some blanket kind of thing, like I'll show you another technique. So you fold the mat like this. So you have to keep it ready, so that like this. And when you keep like this, you keep so that your ankle is not pressing too much. There is a gap there, and then slowly lay down like this, and rest only this much. So it will not pain because the ankle is not fully stretched here. So I have kept the blanket below that. If you can go down like this. Okay, so there the knee will be slightly lifted up. So don't hurt. You can roll. You can roll is like this, like.
So that is under the ankle. You are putting that mat
below the ankle, so
below
that
the
ankle will be lifted up slightly. You saw that? Be lifted up slightly. So I'll get a little support there, so that my ankle will not be fully, it will not be paining like that. And with that support, try to lie down. So this is also fine. I'm happy with all these positions. Some people may not be able to lie down. It's tough. So this is fine. Or even this is also fine. This is also fine. Stay like this. If you can do this easily, go to elbow down like this. If you find that is easy, try to keep your head down this much. Then if you find that is also easy, you can take the arms over your head like this, or you can keep the shoulder down and take the arms over the head. Whatever you can do. All these positions, Either of that, whichever is possible to you, can do that.
Okay.
Sir, I'm able to do, Usha here, I'm able to do like when you go back, then my hand remains straight, it doesn't go down like that much only.
Okay, that's fine. No problem. No problem.
Sir, sir, one doubt, sir. In Supta Vajrasana,
Yeah.
the spine will be curved.
Yes.
Like shoulder will be on ground, and the spine will be curved, and hip will be resting on the heels.
Yes, yes, correct, correct. Whatever you told,
Right,
all
sir.
is correct.
Thank you, sir.
Amrita Thakur, yes. हो गया.
Thank you, sir.
हो गया. Ardhanavasana. Any other doubts? Otherwise, Sarvangasana, Halasana, Supta Konasana, Nirlamba, Supta Garuda. 5 asanas in one sequence I am going to show. After that, again question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Himashri, yes, sir. In Ardha Navasana, I am not able to execute it. I am falling back.
Stomach strength, back strength, it has to build. That 30-degree, little difficult. Huh? So whatever possible, do that much. So maybe little like this much, fine. Try to rest on the back, upper buttock region. Don't rest the lower back.
Okay.
This is fine. You saw that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Both are 30-degree. So like that. So don't go too much down like this. You have to maintain on the upper part of the buttocks. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Over. Now Sarvangasana, Halasana, Supta Konasana, Nirlamba. I will not show the other parts. I will go directly to Sarvangasana. Otherwise, there will not be space for me. That's the reason. So from here, to inhale. So Ekam inhale, the leg will come up. Okay. And we exhale, hands will come down. Trina inhale, roll up. Exhale. Inhale. Five breath there. Then exhale to Halasana. Inhale, interlock the hand. Exhale. Two. So like that, you have to take last exhalation, third exhalation, you have to support your back. Now, inhale and spread your legs to V shape. Supta Konasana. Inhale. Then exhale here. Inhale again, catch the toes if you can. Last exhalation, support your back. Then exhale, bring your legs inside. Inhale, take your legs up. Exhale, keep the hands down. Nirlamba Sarvangasana. So what you did now is Sarvanga, Halasana, Supta Konasana, and Nirlamba Sarvangasana. After 2 breaths here, inhale, support your back. Exhale, bring the hips down. Inhale, spread the arms. Exhale, bend your legs. Now inhale, wrap the left leg over the right thigh. If possible, you have to lock it below the calf muscle. Below the calf. That's an inhalation. Then exhale, tilt your knees towards the right side, look at the left hand. Like that, Supta Garudasana. After finishing 3 breaths, inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Then inhale, lock the other side. below the calf. Exhale to left. Look to the right. Start inhaling. 3 breaths here. After finishing the last exhalation, inhale, come back. Pancha. Shat exhale, release the legs. Sapta inhale, legs straight. Ashta exhale, hands down. That finishes inversions. Okay, I'll explain back bending, then we'll go to. Yeah. So, any doubts till now? Whatever I explained till now. Sarvangasana, Halasana, Supta Konasana, V-shaped legs. Then coming back to Sarvangasana, keeping the hands on the mat. Nirlamba Sarvangasana.
Coming back to Sarvangasana without bending the knees, it's not happening.
It will happen. Don't worry. All that will happen with time. Have a lot of patience. Keep
Sir,
on putting it.
Sir, when we do Nirlamba Sarvangasana and you put your hands on the floor, then the hip is straight before that when I'm holding in Sarvangasana. But the moment I leave it, then the hip goes down. It doesn't remain straight.
Quite natural. Quite natural. Little L shape will come. No problem. It's quite natural. Don't worry. After that, I think this asana, Supta Garudasana, we did previous month, I think, or 2 months back. We did that.
So how is the toe should be there during the Nirlabanga Sarvangasana? How should be the toe? Should be straight or pointing upwards?
No, pointing upwards only. But what will happen? Little little L shape will come for the body because there is no support. No, there is no support of the hand. So little L shape will come, but point your toes towards the sky only. Wherever in that direction, wherever it is inclined, little point it that direction. It's fine. So you completed those ones. Now we will go to Setubandhasana, Chakrasana. Then Pavanamuktasana, Dhanurasana. The next 5 asanas I will show in one sequence. Then we will discuss after that. Otherwise, we will not have much time. It's only 5:50. So I'm going to do all that in one sequence. Observe that. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, point your toe. Ekam, inhale, bend the legs. Away. Exhale, hands down. So ekam only, exhale, hands down. Now inhale, lift your hips. Exhale. Two. Three. Exhale. Inhale. Start exhaling. One. Two. Three. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Little, about 30 seconds here. Normal breathing. That's enough. Now Samasthiti. Not more than that. Ekam, inhale. Re-exhale. I stopped here because I want to check the inhalation now. Yeah, it's good. One. Two. Three. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Ardha Pavaramukta. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Three. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more in breath. Exhale. Inhale Makarasana. Normal breathing. Now, inhale, keep your legs together. The battery is low. 1 second. So from Makarasana, last asana coming, Vasishthasana. From here, inhale, keep your legs together. Standing toe. Exhale, hands by the chest. Now next is a difficult one, Vasishthasana. Inhale, come up like a plant. Exhale here. Now inhale, turn and hand up. Vasishthasana. It's a side plank. Exhale, hands down. And inhale, turn to the other side. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, knee down. Exhale. Then inhale, sit up. Exhale, interlock. Inhale, arms up. Start exhaling. After 3 breaths, exhale, hands down. Then sit convenient position. Any doubts? Whatever we did.
2 questions.
Yeah.
In Halasana, head should rest on hands or on ground. Halasana. When we take rest, no?
Yeah. Head will be on the mat, no? Here, head is resting here, right?
On mat, not on palm.
No. You are like this, right? In Halasana, you are like this. This is Halasana, right?
Okay. ठीक है sir.
Yeah. Anything else?
And Vashishthasana, the two legs.
Yeah.
The toe of one leg will be touching the heel of another.
Yeah. So in Vasishthasana, I will tell you. So when you rotate the body from here,
Yeah.
you're in plank. So when you rotate, the legs are little away, no? Little away.
Yeah.
So even if it's together, you can rotate and split them, but little away. So you will rotate the toe, and so the upper leg will be in front.
So upper leg's heel will be touching toe of the lower one.
Both the heels, both the toes will be on the mat.
Yeah. Correct, sir, but one after another.
Yeah, one after other. So the one is in front, other is at the back, like that.
Yeah, in one line.
Yeah,
Right.
one line in one line.
Sir, so the question is whether the right heel will touch the left toe.
It will be just adjacent, just in front of the other. That's it.
Okay.
It will not be like one over the other. There will be a little gap here. From here, when I turn it this way.
Okay.
This way or this way.
Okay.
You have to
Sir,
just-
and knees will be straight.
Knees will be straight. In Vasishthasana, knee will not bend. Both the knee will be straight. Both the arms, elbows, every body will be straight. Everything will be straight. It is called side plank. The side plank, Vasishthasana. That is actually whatever we are doing is level 1. Not even level. There is one more level that we do in advanced class.
So the entire body weight is coming on lower side of that palm.
Yeah, like you have to use the fingers also. That's why you have to spread your fingers. The fingers should be kept firm. So you have to use the fingers also. Don't use only the wrist. Try to use the full arm, full palm.
Sir, where is Drishti?
Drishti on the right hand, upper hand.
Oh, okay.
On the upper hand, you should not look sideways. You should look at the upper hand.
Okay.
Dhanurasana, Drishti eyebrow. Halasana, Drishti nose. Sarvangasana, Padevragra Drishti. Which else was there?
Sir, one more question regarding Supta Vajrasana. Is it any way to improve the posture with the help of bricks or not?
It's not much help. It will not help very much actually.
Okay.
Because it will hurt your back if you keep the bricks there. You can try, but it will not help much because the back arch will not come otherwise. You can keep a blanket below the ankle. That is fine. Any other questions? Otherwise, we are going into pranayama.
Asana, my head doesn't go back.
In which asana? All the asanas, head doesn't go back, is it? Tanmay?
Head goes back, but my head goes back.
So keep doing that. It will gradually improve. Don't worry. Then this one pranayama, Nadi Shuddhi pranayama, and Kapalabhati. Very simple ones. Next month we'll do some other pranayama. Anuloma. So Kapalabhati. I don't have any other questions. I'm going to Kapalabhati first. Kapalabhati is stomach breathing. Those who want to keep the hand on the stomach, they can keep like this. Otherwise, keep it in Dhyana Mudra. And it's a stomach breath. I'll come a little closer. They may be a little more easier to see my stomach moving. You can see the stomach moving here. So that is Kapalabhati. The exhalation is the focus. Inhalation will be short. It will not be active, passive. Inhale will be there, but don't do only exhalation like some people do. Oh yeah, there is no more exhalation because there is no air. No, that's not the way. You have to inhale in between each exhalation. Like that. So don't, common mistakes I'll tell you. Now, lot of chest, like chest movement. All that is not required. See, only stomach is moving. chest will not rise. It's a stomach moving. Only stomach moving breathing. That's called Kapalabhati. Kapala means skulls, Bhati means shine. Then,
Sir, another mistake where they do is the ulta breathing they do. Inhale when you are putting it. That also you need to tell. Some people are doing that.
the other one is like that doing that mistake itself is difficult for me. So, so they will inhale while the stomach goes in, like.
That people sometimes some people are doing like that. So it has to be the ulta.
Common mistake. So now you can see when inhale the stomach is going. See that. You saw that? It's a wrong. What Sridhar Rao said is now, watch my inhalation and the stomach is, so first I'm going to inhale and the stomach will go inside. See that now. This is ulta. There is no, in history also nobody has done such pranayama. The correct method is, when you inhale the stomach has to come out. See that? I'm going slow. So each exhale will go with the stomach going inside. That is the correct style of Kapalabhati. So then second pranayama is Nadi Shuddhi pranayama. So right hand, Nasika Mudra. See that C shape. Two finger inside, other three fingers straight, and then make it C shape. C shape like C shape. You can see that now. Bring that to the bone of the nose. Bone here. Not like this. This is wrong. Look at the picture. This is right. There is a video I have made only for that. Then putting the chin down. The same practice, but this time no throat breathing. Throat breathing is in Pratiloma. Exhalation. Here it will be breathing from one nose. Just rises up. Hold your breath for a while. About 6 seconds. Exhale other nose. Now everything is becoming inside. Now inhale the same side.
मंकू से 8 बजे बात करिए. हाँ.
Look your mind. Who is that 8 बजे? No 8 बजे. 8 बजे no. Okay. So you have to breathe. Some people are not lifting the chest. So when you breathe up, the chest has to rise. Everything has to fall. The stomach has to go inside. Then some people are not doing that bandha. So that Uddiyana bandha has to come. When after exhalation, the stomach should be pulled inside. After exhalation, 4 seconds you are holding. That time the stomach should be pulled inside. So first the stomach will fill when you are inhaling. Then the chest will fill. Then the chest will rise. Like that. The chest will come up. Chest will collapse. Chest will go inside. Stomach will go inside. But back will not become like this. Back will be always straight. Back doesn't curve. Back is always straight. So everything happens on a straight back. So Nadi Shuddhi pranayama is done with only nose control. Left, start from right, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, like that. Inhale from right, exhale from left. Inhale from left, exhale from right. So that finishes one round. Like that we'll do 8 rounds. Sorry, 4 rounds totally. 4 into 2, 8. That is Nadi Shuddhi pranayama. Then we have to sit silently for some time, normal pose, meditative pose, and lie down. This time we will do Omkara in lying down position. Like so like that. We'll do few rounds in lying down and then sit up. That is the practice in standard class. Anybody from advanced class or children class, any doubts? Or other classes, 11 o'clock or 8:15 batch?
So you should also tell the advance asana which you for the month, how to do that.
So there are some asanas are same, but there are some asanas. Who is there? Anybody else who has been attending the advanced class in this today's class? Who is there?
Sir, I'm there.
His question is optional asana. I think.
Yeah.
So that is Bhujapidasana. So Bhujapidasana, shoulder stress pose. You can do with bricks, without bricks, whatever you want to do. So here Bhujapidasana is coming. So the legs are away. So after the practice, you should have done that Balasana. So you should not go to Bhujapidasana directly after back bending. So you should have done Balasana, all that sequence. Then only you should do. So here the bricks will be at the back. In the Bakasana it was in the front. Here it will be at the back. Okay. Where is the mic? Yeah. At the back. Now, so the depth of the shoulder is very important. So take your arm below the thigh, as much as possible with an exhalation, and keep your hands on the bricks or on the floor. So the depth is very important. From there, taking the weight on the hand, inhale, lift your leg first. This much is enough to begin with. If you've done that much, try to lock your legs with an exhalation. So that is called Bhujapidasana. You are standing, taking the body weight on the shoulder. So those who are good at it, go to Tittivasana, firefly pose. If not possible, stay in Bhujapidasana. Then rest the leg, inhale, stand up. Yeah, any doubts on that?
Feet distance is 1 feet.
Shoulder distance. Almost shoulder distance, because your leg has to come over the shoulder, no? So,
okay.
Yeah, so the trick of the game is, as I told you, the most important part of the game is inserting the arm very low. So the more depth you get, see, the shoulder has gone below the thigh. Then it's a very cakewalk. Once there, it's there. You just have to lift the leg. See, very freely you can lift it up. And easily you can lock it. And bend the elbow slightly so that you get balance. Looking at the nose, slow breathing if you can.
Sir, here the shoulder has to be very strong because the whole body weight is on the shoulder?
Yeah, the upper body. Arms have to be strong. Not only the shoulder, your arms, elbows, wrists, everything takes the load.
Sir, I had 2 questions from advanced.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one was I just wanted to know the stepwise sequence of Vatayanasan and Matsyasan and Padmasan, these 2 asanas.
So, Vatayana start from Samasthiti. Ekam, inhale. Initially, we will not focus because it's a new asana. We exhale. Okay. 3 inhale. That's for a gap, ideally not required. While exhaling, you can interlock your hands. So, otherwise, take an exhale to balance there. Please mute the mic.
Can you please go on mute?
So, Vatayana, Ekam, inhale. Do we exhale, bend the other leg. 3 inhale, stand up. Chatwari exhale, lock. You can exhale here, then inhale, lock. So here the right leg is in Padmasana, so the left elbow will be on the top, like that. Now start exhaling. Try to straighten the back. One breath. Two. Exhale, hands down. And catch your waist. Inhale here. Exhale, sit. Inhale, unlock the left leg. Exhale, unlock the right leg. So that is Vatayanasana, or it's also called unicorn posture, I think. Horse posture, unicorn, that one. That was one. We have to do it on the other side also. And what is the other one?
Matsyasana, sir.
Matsyasana. That's a simple one. What is the time?
5:40.
Samasthiti. Ekam inhale, one leg fold. I think we are doing it from sleeping position, I think. Okay, that's okay, no problem.
Sir. Yes, sir, from sleeping position.
So exhale, so from sleeping position, we are going to Matsyasana. Ekam inhale, fold one leg. Do exhale, fold the other. Now inhale, take the arms up. Stay there for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and keep your hands by the ears. Inhale, lift your chest and put your crown. And exhale, catch your toe. Now stay there. One. Two breaths. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, release the back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, unlock. Exhale, unlock. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn.
Okay, sir.
Inhale, stop.
So then in Matsyasana, sir, so I'm able to hold my toes, but then I'm not able to touch my elbows to the mat. So should I focus on just touching my elbows to the mat or hold my toes?
So see, there are two things in this. Two things are working there. One is the back arch is important and flexibility of the knees, both are important. So what you can do is, you can keep your hands on the thigh and try to keep your elbows down. If you feel your back arch has improved, once you're able to catch your toe properly, try catching it. Let the elbows be in the air. And when the arch improves, gradually the elbow will touch the ground.
Okay.
So, initially, you are able to do properly. No, not worry that no. So maybe like this, you are able to reach. This much only, right?
Yes, sir.
So here the elbow is so. Why do if you roll the shoulder down, it will reach.
Okay, okay.
Don't keep the shoulder high. Keep the shoulder down.
Okay, sir. And so Setu Bandhasan is the normal Setu Bandhasan, right? Or we are doing two?
So I think I put 2 this time. I think I'm not sure. I have to check that. 2. I think you know that, right? You 2 how to.
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah. I just wanted to check whether it's 1 or 2. That's it. No problem.
Any other questions? Children batch or other batch? 8:15. Anybody is there? Anyway, we got 3 more weeks. No, I mean 3 or 4 more Saturdays come. So those who have questions, you should come again. Those who are in children batch, you should ask questions. Any other clarifications in the batch? Go. Okay. In Vatayanasana, Vasishthasana, is it time? What's the time? 44. So can we close? So this time the closing prayer little different. Ananta Sansara. Okay. Inhale, take your hands up. Exhale, hands to Namaskar Mudra. Close your eyes. Take inhale. Ananta Sansara Samrajyada Sri Namo Namah
Shri Guru Padukabhyam
Shanti. Gently go down. Thank God for today's practice. Come back. Thank you. Namaste. Bye bye. Take care.
Namaste, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.